Yo, what's good? What's popping? Good morning, everybody. It's your boy Retro with you on this morning. This is the day that the Lord has made, and you already know I will rejoice and be glad in it. Here on site, working on a property here, and I just want to log on and say good morning to everybody. So please forgive the shaking camera because I don't have a tripod or anything set up today. But anyway, good morning. Thank you for pressing play. It's your boy Retro with you for a little retro philosophy. And one thing I found out in life is that you can learn from anybody. My daddy used to tell me all the time, he says, son, you can learn something from anybody. I believe one time he even gave the illustration of a bum on the streets, a homeless person or whatever. No offense to anyone who may be in those situations. As a matter of fact, we got a call last night, late last night. Someone is in a situation needing some help. But anyway, so he said you can learn something from anyone, even a homeless person on the streets. Sometimes we get to the place where we are no longer teachable. And if you ever get to the point or place in life where you are not teachable, then you are in for a rude awakening. Okay. So please remain teachable and understand that you don't know everything. Look at here. I do not like sheetrock work. Okay. This is not a major sheetrock job. It's just a little patchwork. There was a hole and, a little problem there. So we had to, go in here and cut it out and so that we can then make the repair. Right now, with that said and done, there was damage to this wall. Okay. And so we had to cut it out. We had to make it bigger than what it actually was. And so it is in life. Sometimes we have bad situations going on. We have bad experiences. And sometimes we're afraid to cut it out. Nah, son, sis, you got to cut it out. And sometimes you're going to lose a part of something that's good. So in other words, not every bad situation is completely horrible. There were some good people that you met. There were some good things that you acquired. But in order to get rid of the bad thing, in order to fix it, you got to get rid of everything that's attached. And we can never be so attached with a part of the thing until we're not willing to lose a few things. In other words, sometimes you got to realize, I believe this might be what war talk, not war talk, army talk or whatever, service talk, collateral damage. I guess it can apply to many situations, but in other words, you got a toxic situation, toxic relationship, and in order to be free of it, you don't have to just cut out the one individual, but sometimes you got to block them all. Yeah. So that you can make the repair necessary without it, making your repair work look bad. Let's see here. I saw a picture the other day on the internet, and it said you have to be careful who you hang with or who you let hang around you or something to that effect. But there was a picture of a fruit that was perfectly good at one time, and it was connected or at least touching a fruit that had rotted, and then that fruit caused the other fruit to rot, and you already know how the story goes from there. You know what I mean? And so sometimes in life, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, saints and ain'ts, not only do we have to get rid of the one toxic person, but the one who's attached to them, and so on and so forth. Because it's almost like, you said, well, I'm not gonna hang out with so and so because they always cause me to do bad things or whatever the case may be. But you still real tight with a best friend, And so what happens is conversation always ends up going back to so and so and or being about so and so you're disconnected, but yet still you're connected at the same time. And as you're trying to recover, recoup, revamp, or whatever, you can't do so properly because that bad juju, y'all like that bad juju is still attached to you some shape, form, or fashion. And so, anyway, to get to my point, we have to learn from others because there are some people who have gone through some of the things that we're going through. And truth be told, they tried to tell us, they tried to warn us. Katomari, I can't tell you. I could tell you, but I won't. But when I tell you, you got to listen to people sometimes because they done been there, done that. and they're trying to save you the hurt, the heartache, and all the stuff that goes along with it. Sometimes, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, we just got to listen. We got to take heed. Okay, you don't have to. We don't have to always go through a thing to learn about a thing. Sometimes we can learn from someone else's experience. The question is, are you teachable? You know, are you willing to let somebody sit you down and show you something? So anyway, I don't like sheetrock. I can do it if I have to do it. That's just life, you know. Just because you don't like doing a thing, don't mean you can't do a thing. But anyway, I'm trying a new thing that I learned, or at least that I saw. And guess where I saw that, y'all? Of all places, I saw it on TikTok. You know, so this here is a little sheetrock hack, and I think it's gonna be real smooth here as soon as I get it done. But all I'm simply trying to get you to understand is sometimes in this thing called life, you got to be willing to know that you can learn a few things. I had a gentleman tell me one time, Reverend James Sowell Jr., as a matter of fact, he told me, he said, young man, forget what you think you know and learn what you don't. Revolutionized my life, man. I tell y'all the truth, it did. And because sometimes we're so stuck on what we know that we won't learn what we don't know, because whether it be because we don't trust it, or just we just stuck on stupid, you know. Ain't that something? They say ain't no fool like an old fool, but the dumbest fool is the fool that doesn't know he's a fool. I just said that. But real talk, man. Don't be so stuck on what you know that it prevents you from learning what you don't know. And I'm at a point in place in life where, you know, number one, I'm open uh, for a better way. You know, if you got a better way, show me, tell me, I'll listen. You know, let's see if I can get this in there. Bada boom, bada bang. There we go, y'all. Now we are cooking with gasoline, as they would say. Okay, little technical difficulties here. I'm sorry. I apologize, y'all. I'm trying to do this thing, hold the camera, and all this, that, and the other. So I'm going to make it quick, and I'm going to get out of y'all way because I got a long day today, man. I got a lot of stuff that I've got to get done. But I want to hop on and say hello. I want to say good morning, and I want to encourage somebody to learn from somebody, okay? Learn, man. I mean, real talk, man. This thing called the internet, it can be a mess, but it can also be awesome because we can learn so much. You know what I mean? But even your neighbor, man, you know, learn from them. You know, they grass look better than yours. It probably look better than yours for a reason. You know what I'm saying? I stop hating, go over there and knock on that door. Hey, Jimmy, your lawn's looking real great today, man. It's been thriving. What's your secret? You know, I'm saying, man, nobody knows everything, man. No one knows everything. Yes, there are some people who are better at some things than others, and those are the ones you need to glean from. If you're the smartest one in your circle, you need new friends. Matter of fact, if you're the smartest one in your circle, you don't have a circle, you got a box. Yeah, get out that little bitty box and learn something from somebody else. All right. And last but not least, just because your stuff is going, don't mean it's going as good as it should be. Yeah, some of us are only performing on 3 cylinders. You got 4 cylinders. You only operating on 3 cylinders. So, you know, sometimes you got to check yourself. You got to reevaluate your stuff. And yeah, y'all doing good things. Y'all doing big things. But what if God requires more of you than what you're actually doing? Ooh. And then you look at that little dude because, you know, they only got a few folk. They're only doing a few things, but they're operating at maximum capacity. They're doing everything God has called them to do and a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? And so we have to be very careful. And again, it's your boy Retro with you with a little retro philosophy. Look at here, man. You can learn from anybody. Yeah, get your nose out the cloud, get off your high horse, and realize, man, you're not the only one that knows what you know. And you might be doing well, but are you doing it the way God wants you to do it? Or are you leaving, you leaving more on the table? Are you leaving more on the table? All right. So that's it, yo. I got to get out of here, man. God bless you. Heaven smile on you. Look at here. I'm a working man. I know some of y'all thought I didn't have a job and I didn't work, but look here, your boy works. Not only do I got a job, but I got other little things on the side. You know what I'm saying? You got to get that bread. You got to get that bread. All right, it's your boy Retro. I'm out of here. Y'all be blessed, and we'll talk to you next time.